Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Taste Empire, 1981. Sorry. That was my attempt at a symbiote voice. Pretty crappy, huh? Anyway, as you can see, I have two newer figures in front of you, in front of me, in front of us all. In the background, I have Venom. On the right, I have Venom Let There Be Carnage. In the left here, we have Venom from Venom Let There Be Carnage. And on the right, we have Carnage from Venom Let There Be Carnage. For comparison, I got the first release of Venom back there, a Marvel Legends Carnage there, and a Diamond Select Carnage there. So, a couple of different scales here. We're going to take a look at the Venom first, because he is the titular character. And then we'll crack into Carnage. I like these movies. They're not perfect. I think there could be a lot of improvements. However, I don't think they're as bad or terrible as some people say. They're a little corny, but that's okay. It's hard to get a big bad monster character with a PG-13 rating. Let's take a look at the packaging here. See, let's get Carnage completely out of the way for a minute. Put him back there. We have Venom, the newer Marvel Legends series packaging. Kind of like a 2/3 window box here. Venom there, branded there. Let There Be Carnage there. This brand and Lego window. Bit of dust. Bit of artwork there. The dual artwork on the back. Bunch of legal stuff. Don't eat it. Small parts, all that. Here's your barcode if you want to jump forward or seek it out. Trying to adjust the picture lighting for myself here. I found this at Target. I got that through the help of a friend, Jason from Toy World Order, part of Rad's Pop Shop. If you're in Goldsboro, North Carolina, check it out. And I just easily ripped the back of that. You see that? Oh, I may not be saving this box then. The best part about this new version of Venom, he comes with tentacles for his back. There's a little sky-like thing for the insert. Let's set that on the floor. Look at those beauties right there. Isn't that cool? Nice. That's the big draw of this one here, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get these off of the card. Or the plastic. Set them there. It'll be a good way to tell them apart on the shelf. One has tentacles, one does not. And I get his fists out of here. I have other hands for him back there, but I don't know where they are at this moment. him there. Put that on the floor. We're going to take a look at the fists. There's a right and a left. I'll zoom into that so you can see. Kind of a veiny, syrupy black texture with veins and contrast there. The Venom with the tongue out. Pretty gnarly. I dig it. Let's take a look completely next to the original. Ooh. Well, that's a fun difference. The tongue on the new one is like a red starburst, and the original is like a pink starburst. You can't quite get them confused if you take them all off, put them together. Nice. Set that there. The new Venom figure. From Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Now, he's going to be very, very similar to the first release. I think he's 100% reuse. Maybe a slightly different color. Maybe a slightly different wash. I don't know. He does have these ports on his back for the tentacle bits. That'd be a fun comparison. Let's look at the tentacles. Little Venom faces. Coming out of the oozy goo. Some open, some not. Some with tongue out. And they look like they would be on a bendy wire, but I don't think they are. I think they're just molded. Now it does have a peg hole there. It does not look like a joint. This looks like it just pegs straight in. Comes over the top. So yeah, that's just curling right back. Man, I thought those bendy wires. So once you get them in, they're gonna be where they're gonna be. So that sucks a little bit. Articulation. He looks down. He looks up. Let's pop his head off so we can check. Not so bad. Ball joint. He could have put a little thing in there. Stiff shoulders, but not terribly so. Up like that. All the way around. Good ratchet there. Double jointed elbows. In and out. Bicep. Everything is working so far, which I like. Double joint crunch and ball joint there. Good forward, good back. No traditional waist pivot, but you can do this and that. You hear my thumb crack? That's gross. Up to there. Back to there. There is a thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Obviously no calf cut. With the foot, you can move around quite a bit. I like that there's toes. Let's get that one bent. There we go. Nice, nice. Some joints are a little stiffer than others. No problem. Well, let's get him standing up. Well, there he is. He stands up pretty well. Bit of an arch to his foot. There, stands up. Let's take a look at the open. Well, perhaps not. 'Tis not one of my videos unless I drop something on the floor. Let's see. Good thing I have opposable toes. See, the heads look pretty similar, or if not 100% the same. And the same difference in color on the gums of the new one are red versus pink on the old one. Good difference. It's subtle, but I like it. Let's get him standing similarly to the other one. Lean him back a little more. And then we'll compare one directly to the other. Now, they're about the same size as one would expect. The vein lines on the first release are a little thicker, a little flatter, and shine and sheen. The new one, the body looks to be, like I said, identical, slightly different, slightly grayer, and the veininess is better applied, I would say. A little thinner, more distinct. Yeah. So, subtle differences, but differences nonetheless. Oop. Let's get him back up, shall we? We're going to put him back up on the corner so we can do the last big thing with this guy. Put his tentacles onto his back. Let's see, are they keyed? I do not think they're keyed. Yeah. Well, so far, they missed an opportunity to make that a ball joint and make that bendy wire. So that's annoying. Let's see, does that look better there or there? I think that one's meant to go there. What do you folks think? Let's just see. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Looks right. Pegs in pretty easily. Well, that looks rude. Now, like I said, they missed an opportunity to make them bendy wire. That would have been icing on the cake there. I may have to do a little heat and warp to get them posed a little bit better. But as far as differences, I dig it. Yeah, I dig it. Yeah. Sorry, I got quiet. I was playing. These guys stick out a little far, and these guys curl in a little far. But I think it's a suitable figure. It works just fine. Yeah. Venom from Venom Let There Be Carnage. I really like the brighter, deeper red on the tongue. But for now, he's going to stick with that closed mouth head. Because I think it shows confidence. Yeah, I got all these tentacle faces. I'm good. Let's move on to Carnage. Bring that back up a hair. Now you'll see that Carnage is significantly bigger. A lot of people don't agree with that, but it's a choice made for the movie. Carnage in the comics was traditionally depicted a little smaller, a little leaner if nothing else. But, you know, I still think it was effective enough. I love Woody Harrelson as a character. I think, having some alternate heads with some half-revealed faces or even partially, fully revealed faces, for these heads would have been really cool. A lot like this one here, but with Woody Harrelson's likeness would have been great. But anyway, this is the same package, just bigger. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Seen it before. There's some wonderful artwork of Carnage on the side. Different artwork on the back. They are fighting, they're yelling, screaming at each other. Same legal junk. Don't feed it to children, all that. Barcode, if you want to look it up. Let's get Carnage out of this box, shall we? We have a crap ton of attachments and accessories. Tentacles and sharp looking things. I think by the look of a few of them, they made them to look very similar to some of those. A very similar background. Put that box on the floor. I can tell right now that with these holes in here, that these have bendy wires. Those should have been bendy wires, guys. If they can do it for these, they could have done it for those. He's got 3 different tentacles. I'm going to call them 3 because there's 3 pegs attached to them. He's got this one that is bony, almost like a spine. See how the holes here? Yep. Let's zoom in a little bit even. The holes mean bendy wire. See? It would have been simple, guys. But there's 1 peg. Here's another peg. Top and bottom look very similar. It's got a spiky sickle type thing. Oh, well, that's fun. This piece rotates, so you can pose that even. Interesting. I like that. Very cool. And the third one looks the same texture-wise as the others. Another sickle type hand. It looks like the same sickle type piece as the other one, except splayed out spikes instead of tucked in, which also rotates. Very cool. That's pretty awesome. Let's get him the rest of the way out of here. Now, let me zoom back out so it doesn't bother you guys too much. You can see it all and everything. Wow. Jesus. Did you enjoy all that crackling, guys? Put that on the floor. Zoom back into this. This is literally a hand with the middle finger extended out into a slashing claw. Has a peg. That's pretty cool. This big one, the gigantic slice and dice wedge. Most of these larger pieces are molded in red with almost burnt gray wash on them. Give them a little visual interest. There's a peg. It is very small, relatively small. But it's pretty cool nonetheless. The head comes with the tongue. Nice, bright, not bubble yum. I guess it could be bubble yum. Bazooka Joe color pink on this one. Bigger than Venom. Pretty gnarly nonetheless. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's take a look at Carnage. He's got all these little tentacle extrusions sticking off of him. He is molded in red plastic with the same gray burnt flesh kind of wash on him. All the way down to the spiky hands. Fingers are very flexible, so you won't spear your eyes with them or anything. He's got gnarly spiky toes. Very, very cool. Let's go over articulation on this big bastard. He can bury the chin all the way down. Very nice. You look up like that. Let's see what kind of joint. Probably a ball joint. Yep. Dumbbell in there, just like the rest. Got narrow shoulders. They get that far because of the spike there. I think without that spike you could get a little bit better range. But that is what you get out of that. No butterflies on either one of these now that I look. Good ratchet in the shoulder. Bicep. He is pinless, probably because it's a new sculpt. I do notice that just now. He's got a hole in his hand, because if you saw the movie, he kind of phases around the existence of physics. I don't know. This one tentacle gets in the way of a perfect up. But The wrist works just fine. This Carnage is pretty cool. I like him a lot so far. Let's see. There's the elbows. Yeah. Similar ball joint up there with the bendy waist. There's a lot of bounce back on him. Can't go quite as far back as Venom unless you work it a bit. Yeah, a lot of bounce back there. Carnage split. Die cut really breaks the sculpt, so I may not use that very much, but it's there. Muscular, sinewy blood legs. There we go. No calf cut, but similar feet articulation as most Marvel Legends have. We all know it. Some pivots. Nice. Get him standing. As far as standing goes, I think he does that just fine. He's a tall one. He is a tall one. Let's go 1-to-1 real quick with the Venom. See the difference in height. That's pretty accurate to the movie. Venom's already looking up towards him. That's fine. And since he's got good neck, he can look down to him. Nice. I'll move him back over there. Hopefully he won't fall again. Let's get Carnage some attachments. How wicked do we want to go? This hand is very similar to that one over there. Let's go full crazy like that one. Why not? We're going to take peg out. This is a right hand, so it's perfect in there. Very nice. I like that, I like that. He didn't come with the left hand. But that's okay. Ooh, there's 3 ports in his back. 3 tentacle sets. Ooh. Well, let's see, do we want to go... Let's go with light. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to keep the holes on the bottom. If we do that, we're going to make this one a left. Let's see. Make sure that pegged all the way. We're going to make this one. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're going to switch that. Looks like they can go on any of them. No ball, there's just a straight peg. That seat's pretty good in there. we're going to get this one jammed in there. And then we're going to get this one's going to act almost like a tail coming out of the bottom. It's almost difficult to get in there to get it seated right. I think that's in there. That looks crazy. So let's get some of these bending around, shall we? This is the wild fun part. It makes him a bit back heavy. Well, more than a bit back heavy, I should say. Hope that's pegged in right. He's attacking Venom in the background without even trying. Let's see what to go around the back with this one. This guy is pretty impressive. You have to lean him forward to get the tentacle spread just right. Let's see. Yeah, let's have him leaning forward, shall we? Now I'm going back. Can we get him to stand with all these tentacles on? That's the question of the moment. He's standing briefly with all the tentacles on. Let's see, let's really cock that foot there. I mean, it's got to be a beast to balance, but once you get it just right, he will balance just fine. That is our Marvel Legends Carnage from Venom, Let There Be Carnage. So we're gonna, if you don't use all the tentacles, you can obviously do other things with them. You can put them aside. But just for giggles, since we have them here, do a 1-to-1 comparison to the Diamond Select. Diamond Select one is about the same weight, but the different type of plastic, I think. I believe I have an unboxing video of this one and that one and the Venom in the back catalog of the channel. I will try to link them in the description as I edit the video in a bit. You can make this guy as wide and gnarly as you could possibly want. I'm just trying to get him to be splayed out and wild looking. Yeah. I gotta refine the balance point. Let's move Venom there. Tip one forward, and one back a little bit. Play with pretty much play with everything to get the balance just right. It's a pretty wicked figure if you can get him to stay up. It's putting a lot of stress on these ankle pegs. Do a little posing with Venom here. Let's basically just bring his arms up. He's like, oh shit, he's fucking huge. There we go, folks. I think that'll do it for the look at Venom and Carnage Marvel Legends figures from Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Let me know what you think of these guys. Do you think this Venom is an improvement with the non-bendy wire tentacles? Do you think the paint apps make him a must-have? The different tongue colors? Are you picking up this Carnage? I think definitely worth having. It's an awesome figure. I like having both. I am satisfied with them. Other than the non-bendy wire on the Venom. I'm always going to point that out. And let me know other things. Oh, and I did see Venom, The Last Dance. As the end of a trilogy, it's okay. I think it could have been a little better, but I don't hate it. Talk to me, guys. Tell me other things in the comment section. Deuces. We are Venom.